Hello, Inbound Flops. I am Zach, not Kyle, or Zach for short, and today it's time to unpack the absolute behemoth known as Star Guardian 2022. The discourse has never been juicier, and I, for one, would like to capitalize on it. So, this is another multi-part series that I have been working on several of. In part 1, I'll talk about the first 6 skins, the discourse around the lack of PvE, the emotes and icons, and more. We have a lot to cover, so we're just gonna get started. But before I start, make sure to go follow me over on all my socials to stay up to date with me and everything I'm working on. My Instagram is @ZachNotKyle, and my Twitter is @ZachNotKyleInc. So go ahead and follow me there. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on this video with all of your juicy takes on the Star Guardian event. And now that that's out of the way, let's jump into the Star Guardian event. So, Star Guardian 2022 just dropped on July 14th, 2022 with literally everything under the sun in it. A new champion, 10 new skins, 2 prestige skins, a visual novel, a rotating game mode, pass, emotes, icons, and more. So we're going to talk about all of the skins that dropped on release in the first part. So Akali, Morgana, Rel, Talia, Quinn, and Syndra 2.0 will be saved for part 2. So we're going to kick it off with the legendary Kaisa. My immediate thoughts on her was that this was pretty good casting. Kaisa feels built for this role, and she came out looking fantastic. Her colors are consistent, her armor composition is correct, and her effects are spot on. My only ding on her is that her voice is hard to hear at times with basic effects happening, like her W. Also, I won't give this a 10 out of 10 because it's not really doing anything new. Like, this was so expected. So that's gonna leave it at a 9 out of 10. Also, before anyone asks me, I do plan to talk about the queer-coded Kaisa and Akali relationship in my second part of this, but to say they are teasing us with this is an understatement. They are absolutely bullying us. So moving into the regular characters, Sona is the best character for this line. I will fight absolutely everyone and anyone on this. Sona completely ate this line alive. Her colors, her composition, her weapons, her effects. I mean, how do you compare? Now granted, all of the green Star Guardians do have the absolute best composition of their respective lines, being Lulu, Soraka, and now Sona. So I can't say I'm shocked. Also, Chizu is the best companion. I don't care what anyone else says. Also, Sona having glasses is amazing. I love that for her. My only ding on her is the reuse of effects. Riot, why are we doing this in 2022 with skins you released a year ago? So for that, she is gonna get a 9 out of 10. Okay, so now let's talk about Ekko. Ekko's getting a lot of hate. I dropped a comment on the skin spotlights for him saying the following: Ekko is a melee champion when almost all of the Star Guardians have been ranged. Having a character like Ekko with a melee fast-paced playstyle will make this skin weird regardless because of how his kit shifts the concept. The color combination should have been just orange or just blue. Nyla also has this problem, same with Nico. I think his chromas are really good though. The color palette and even little details like the use of only blue in part of his outfit and nowhere else, or how fast his hit effects are, make it weaker than others. I'd recommend making his effects more dramatic and or run longer, i.e. Battle Batman's PvE changes from a couple months back, and sticking to only orange if you want to make it stick out from Ekko's past designs. Also, something I forgot to mention in that post is that Nico does get away with having multiple colors because she was the only non-corrupt Star Guardian from 2019, and her story backs her up. Ekko and Nyla don't get that excuse. Also, any melee character was going to get shit for this. Ekko just happened to be nature's bitch of the hour. I give Ekko a solid 7 out of 10 because he's still very good. It's just the others were better, and I will still stand by this. The hate for Ekko is very unjustified. As for Ekko's prestige, not much to say here. It's good, it's fashion, it's new, but Star Guardian, it's not quite there. 5 out of 10. So moving on to our new champ, Nyla. She's a strange one for sure. I can see her companion in Gem. She is a purple guardian for sure, so why is she also blue and green? Her composition is good other than her color problems. You could have actually leaned into indigo territory with Nyla if you really had design issues with her colors being purple. Making her hair black also may have solved this problem, so I don't know what to make of this. 7 out of 10 because it is still a really good skin with nice effects. And now on to our final skin and the villain for this round, Fiddlesticks. So I may have said that Sona is the best character in this line and ate all the Star Guardians up. I'm making an exception. Fiddlesticks is the best skin, and he is the best goddamn character in this line in execution. He gives me him from the Powerpuff Girls energy in the Sessions video with Talia. Also, side note, Talia might get a video on why Riot can save a lot of old characters in the way they did for Talia because she is quickly becoming one of the best characters in this game. back to Fiddlesticks. I like the subversion of white instead of the normal corrupted colors for the Star Guardian line. His dance makes me die every time I see it. 10 out of 10. Also, put a pin in Fiddlesticks because when we discuss queer coding, oh, he's in that conversation. So since this is Star Guardian, let's give out some class superlatives. Most likely to be cast in this line, Sona. Most likely to be successful, Fiddlesticks. Most likely to exist, Kaisa. Class clown, Ekko. And most likely to get released exactly during this event in order to capitalize off of a skin line that is objectively popular instead of allowing your characters to fade into obscurity, Nyla. Okay, so now let's get to the emotes. I liked literally all of them, but I am gonna rank them anyways, so my ranking is as follows. Number 10 is Quinn. I wish there were less happy emotes so we could have some diversity and you could use a full line of Star Guardian emotes while being able to properly vent your emotions. Number 9 is Nyla. I guess I would use it in a context where I'm happy. Number 8 is Akali. She looks like someone ate her ramen and she's disappointed in them. 7 is Ekko. I would use this for when my junglers come in clutch, but that is very rare, and usually it is me, I am jungler. Number 6 is Fiddlesticks. I'm vaguely amused by what's happening in front of me. Number 5 is Sona. It's adorable. Nuff said. Number 4 is Rel. I would use this when I went up a bitch in solo queue. Number 3 is Talia. I live for this emo. It's very fun to look at, and also Talia's hair color is just like my favorite color choice ever made in Star Guardian. Number 2 is Kaisa. Smug as hell, just like her character, and I live. Number 1 is Morgana, and I will be using this whenever I want Draven mains to know that I will step on their crunchy wigs and egos. So the icons will not be ranked, but I did like a lot of them. There wasn't a flop other than some background color problems in contrast to the main subjects, especially when it came to hair choices. And now let's talk about the biggest controversy that I have seen this year, and it's the most pointless thing I've ever seen. The lack of PvE. My main point here is that you all knew this shit was not gonna happen, and you still decided to choose violence. And then Riot gave an explanation, and you guys are still screaming about it. That is the reason why this fandom is very toxic. This fanbase can't be pleased. Let's go. Normally, the Star Guardian events are always accompanied by a PvE event. However, instead we got Ultimate Spellbook and a visual novel, as with many of the previous large events recently. So now, everyone is grabbing their pitchforks trying to murder Riot Games for not giving us the historic Star Guardian PvE game. Here's the thing. Riot has said that if they were to do the event with the Star Guardian PvE game, it would be a waste. PvE events don't retain a consistent audience and lose their charm and effect after around 2 to 5 games for the average player. Recently, Riot has said they are going to rebuild their mode teams after seeing considerably better rates of consistency with AR Earth and Ultimate Spellbook. They recognized what was working for them and decided to work on new limited modes that didn't wear off so fast for the player base. However, their mode team wasn't quite ready for Star Guardian to get one. I would actually presume that it's going to be ready closer to Season 13. Ken Adams just left Riot and huge leadership changes were happening, and any mode that would be rushed out would be clowned by everyone and their mothers. So Riot opted to go for Ultimate Spellbook and change up the map a bit to theme it. However, the PvE is historically loved, so now the community is coming for Riot endlessly for not being included. Everyone who's doing this has put them in a situation where if they don't do it, they are awful and only care about money and what makes them successful, which Riot Games is a business, so like of course they do. And they don't listen to fans, how could they? If they do, oh my god, this is awful, why is it so bad? I'm bored after 3 games. No shit, that's why they didn't do it. You don't have to get angry over it when they give us an actually good mode, which is Ultimate Spellbook. You can't scream into a void and expect it to respond. So yeah, the general thoughts that PvE needed to be in this event is honestly not there. I don't think it should have been, especially with all of the exclusive skins that they made and the fact that there were 10 of these new skins, 2 prestiges, and a ton of other things happening. Having the PvE in there would have been very exhausting, and also having the PvE in there would once again make this entire fanbase turn on Riot. You can't get mad at Riot for not making a move that would hurt them. Okay, so I think that's all for this round. So the next part is going to be about the rest of the content, the last 6 skins, the Wild Rift drama, and the queer-coded and queer-baiting nature of this event. I also did not write this in the script, but we're also going to be talking about Star Guardian Gwen in that video. And with that, I think that's going to be it. So go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure to show some love to this video. Now get out there, get on the Rift, and be a nice human. Bye, sis.